This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Helping educate the public about the Holocaust. We have details on an event coming up at the Scranton Jewish Community Center next. Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. I'm Ken Carr with your local information. The Lehigh Valley Health Network says they have ample volumes of the COVID-19 vaccine and are ready to vaccinate everyone in Phase 1A and 1B here in Pennsylvania. If you are in those groups, you can schedule an appointment at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton or at any of LVHN's vaccine locations. You can make an appointment by calling 833-584-6283 or by using the MyLVHN app or going to mylvhn.org. Yom HaShoah, Israel's Holocaust Remembrance Day, began on Wednesday and it ends at sundown on Thursday. A remembrance program will be held at the Scranton Jewish Community Center on Thursday, and our Lisa Sugar gets more details about the day and the event from the center's executive director, Dan Kardonic.
Yom HaShoah, which is Israel's Holocaust Remembrance Day. This is a remembrance day that was set by the Israeli government more than 50 years ago, and it is commemorated through all of Israel and throughout the United States. The word Shoah means catastrophe, and on this day we remember the 6 million Jews who died during the Holocaust in World War II. And the Holocaust, as many of you know, is one of the largest acts of anti-Semitism in history. And there are many Jews in the United States and in Israel who will hold commemorative ceremonies or events to remember the victims. And these events will often include stories of the victims, stories of heroes who helped save Jews during this tragedy, and it's an opportunity for reflection. Every year in Israel, at 10 a.m. on Yom HaShoah, air raid sirens sound throughout the country, and Israelis are expected to observe 2 minutes of solemn reflection, and almost everyone stops what they're doing, including motorists, and who stop their cars in the middle of the road, and they'll get out of their cars and stand beside their vehicles in silence as the siren is sounded. And the JCC will be holding our own Holocaust remembrance event. This event will take place in front of our building by our Holocaust Memorial statue. We will have several components and speakers as part of the event, including also a candle lighting and several moments of reflection. We will also be hearing from a family of a survivor. We'll be following sort of strict COVID-19 protocols. Masks will be required. We'll be enforcing social distancing. And we're asking attendees to make reservations, and they can do so by visiting our website. And it's a free event to the community, and we welcome the community to come join us as we remember this very important time in which it was a very large tragedy in the history of the Jewish people. Since we are doing it outdoors, we do need to limit the amount of people who can be in the area where the ceremony is taking place. While the ceremony area, if it does fill up, the community is welcome to stand further back outside of the ceremony area just to watch from a distance.
Many people nowadays don't even realize what the Holocaust was, and that's frightening. So tell us a little bit about that.
Unfortunately, there's some very worrying surveys and studies that have been conducted over the course of the last couple of years that show that Holocaust education in the United States is become a challenge. And there's a worrying survey that says that 1 in 10 Americans under the age of 40 have never heard of the Holocaust. Of those that were surveyed, in the sample that was taken, also did not realize that 6 million Jews were also perished during the Holocaust. So it's a little bit troublesome. It makes Holocaust education so much more important to be passed on to the younger generations, to hear the stories, to hear from the families of survivors, and to be able to provide the appropriate education in our school system so that this tragedy is never forgotten, and so that we work to prevent anything like the Holocaust from ever happening again.
And Dan, lastly, how do they make a reservation if they would like to attend?
So if they'd like to make a reservation, all they need to do is visit our website. They will see the information regarding our Yom HaShoah event. They just need to click on the link. It'll bring them to a sign-up page, and they can just easily put their name in to sign up and make a reservation.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Feisner's Ford in Freeland, who is celebrating 75 years in business. Give them a call at 570-636-3920, or you can log on to feisnersford.com.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. On Thursday, it's mostly sunny with a high in the 60s. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a low in the 40s. Friday, there's a chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a high in the 50s. Wind gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Friday night, a slight chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low in the 40s. Saturday is mostly cloudy with a high near 60 degrees. Saturday night, showers likely, mainly after 2 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 50 degrees. Sunday, showers likely, mainly before 2 p.m., mostly cloudy with a high near 60 degrees. And Sunday night, a chance of showers, partly cloudy with a low in the 40s. Let's talk baseball on the SSPTV Standard Speaker scoreboard. In a contest that went back and forth, Hazelton area came out on top against Dallas 10-7 in the team's Wyoming Valley Conference opener. Marcus Labuda shut the door for the Cougars in the 7th by striking out the side. Jantic Diaz hit a 3-run blast for the Big HA. Owen Kozar was a perfect 5 for 5 with 6 runs batted in for Shenandoah Valley in their win over Monoy area. In softball, Marion scored 11 runs in the first inning and scored a win over Panther Valley. Mia Nemeth had 5 RBIs for the Phillies. Tamaqua beat North Schuylkill with Bryn Clifford striking out 9 batters. The Lady Raiders also beat Palmerton in a non-league game. In volleyball, Hazelton area swept by Wilkes-Barre area. Christian Posada had 15 service points for the Cougars. Coming up, information on scams involving the COVID-19 vaccine. We have an interview with a Pennsylvania State Trooper next. In the SSPTV Spotlight, the girls talk with a cancer survivor. And in sports, Ruby Kupski talks about growing up around swimming and winning 2 state swimming medals in his freshman year at MMI Prep.
The community is invited to see the inside of Emmanuel Christian School this Thursday night, April 8th at 6:30 as part of the school's annual art and photography night and admissions open house. For more information on the event, you can visit icshazelton.org. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. William B. Barron, age 94 of 40 Fort, who passed away on November 26th. Mass will be held on Saturday at 9:30 a.m. at St. Barbara's Parish in Exeter. The Hugh B. Hughes & Son Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Sean Michael Cox, age 32 of Hazelton. A memorial service will be held on Saturday at 4 p.m. at the Fierro Funeral Home. Friends may call on Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. at the funeral home. Elizabeth Betty Fulmer, age 102 of Calairs. Mass will be held on Friday at 11 a.m. at Church of All Saints. Friends may call Friday from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. at the Damiano Funeral Home. Gloria J. Markowski, age 71 of Drums. The Crofton Hughes Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. And Bernadine M. Schmier, age 75 of Calairs. Services will be private under the Damiano Funeral Home. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.